Hey everyone, how's it going? Octopus here. Welcome back to 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross. When we talk about the dev notes that we just got on global, and this is the first time we've got dev notes this entire time, which is really good to see. This shows more open communication between us and them, which we really need. This would be really nice to see every so often. As long as they continue this, it shows like a bright future. So if you don't know what is going on right now, this is like a response to Green Lilia banner. They kind of make it seem like that, but they never really mention it in this entire thing. So I'm going to break it down, talk about it, how I feel about it, and moving forward, how this is a good thing and also could be a bad thing as well too. So let's jump into it with the first thing going on. It's CM Gold responding to us, saying hello from the Grand Cross development team. So this first part over here is probably the biggest part about all of it, because they're introducing these cosmetics out for the 7 Deadly Sins, except for Escanor for some reason. So they're talking about that in this part, that they realize the collaboration event in order to achieve this goal. They tried to the pressure of a limited time event of nights. We provide a collaboration hero with related costumes for free. The main focus of the collaboration update was to increase the player satisfaction and meet expectations. Now, the event itself, take away Green Lilia, I think the slime event was perfectly fine. If the Green Lilia came out as a free unit for logging in, and then you had a wave like getting more copies of her, like it was supposed to be, everything would have been fine. You know what I mean? Take away the Green Lilia issue, the collaboration was fine. Yeah, the character we got, Benamaro, for free isn't the greatest unit. It's going to be used for the caves later on, the training caves, to get a couple clears, you know what I mean? Or one clear to be exact. So it's not the worst, but it's not the best, right? It's not the best case scenario. But the collaboration itself, I don't think they did a bad job. We got a bunch of free stuff. We got free cosmetics. We have a way to farm stuff that we really need in the game as well, including gold, you know, upgrade materials, SSR pendants. I thought it was great. Everything about that was fine. It's just when Green Lilia came up, that was the biggest issue, and they don't really establish that here. They just say overall, the collaboration, there was pressure, they didn't meet everyone's expectations. They straight up know Green Lilia was the issue, but it's never really covered here. So that right there, I don't really like. But at the same time, what they try to do with the rest of this is to show that they are going to move forward and try to make it better, show you all the upcoming things that they're going to be giving us that they didn't really give JP. So they're going to show us that, you know, this is the future. If you like it, hopefully kind of like forgive us for what we did. Even though what they did will never go away, they're trying to show the future and how it can be. And with dev notes coming in, and hopefully that happens like a monthly, I kind of like this. The one thing I don't like is that they never really establish anything about Green Lilia. And I think the reason to that, because one, Green Lilia's banner's already out. The cosmetics already out. People have already purchased, people already pulled, people already spent money. To reimburse people for that stuff, it would not turn out too good. If one, they would have to refund the money, and then the people that have all that stuff keep it, because there's no real way of just going, oh, rewind button, everything's back to normal, we took the money back and we took our gems and all that stuff and the cosmetics and the pulls you did. That would upset so many people. Two, if they did it and they let everyone keep that, that would make a huge disadvantage. So there's no real way of fixing Green Lilia's banner. Even if they released a free character, that free character given to everybody would kind of be okay, but if you think about it, people who spent the money to get multiple copies and max her out would kind of be a little bit screwed over. They would get a plat token, but really when you sit there and you think about how much money you spent, you wouldn't be like, oh, I got a plat token, that's great. You know what I mean? So I think they're just trying to move forward from their mistake. That's as much as they can do. What they have planned for the future, though, looks very promising. So from this point forward, I hope this works out. I'm going to cover everything that's in this little update. This is all future content. It's not going to come like next week, except for the 100-day banner. That's in the 100-day. I think we're like less than a month, a little less than a month away from 100-day login. So there's a lot of good stuff to look forward to, a lot of early quality of life. I just really want to cover this part. They don't really address the situation of what happened to Green Lilia, but they do seem like they want to work forward, and just being able to respond like this, that gives me hope. You know what I mean? It's really good to see when they actually reach out and they're aware that the community had a little bit of an uproar. They are not satisfied. They have expectations. So this is really good to see. At the same time, not really good to see. It's like a bad and a good thing. They can't really fix Green Lilia, but at least they'll try to fix the future. At least I'm hoping as well too. the whole point up here as well too is that they're saying they're trying to like take away the burden of like trying to keep up with content, trying to make it a little bit easier. Benamaru was supposed to help with that. Not really. If they gave out like one of the other characters, it would have been a little bit differently. Rimuru would have been definitely, if they gave that one copy for free, that would have made a difference to ease the pressure of polling, passing the content, but it wasn't really necessary. We had like Jericho, we had Deanne to take care of that boss. We all farmed it fairly easily. Even if you did the easiest, it was fine. And everything else was auto farm. So like I said, moving forward, I like this. We will take this opportunity to listen sincerely to player feedback. We will do our best to cause disappointment in future updates. That I hope they keep. If they keep this, they can become one of the best games out there for gacha games. Now, Operamia holds the best free-to-play status and being very generous and very, very open to their community. So I'm looking for that kind of communication. If you guys ever met Square Enix Joshua, fantastic dude. You got Glacy. You got a huge team over there from the other gacha games I play that are very responsive to the community and just like to hang out on normal basis. So hopefully we see that kind of communication now that they said that they are really busy and coming out now and they want to do this more often. I'm looking forward to all of this. So what do we have for the future? The future holds some really cool things. So I think this is part of like JP's anniversary coming up. I believe that's in June or July, one or the other. But the 100-day celebration, they're kind of making the same thing, because if you go over to the JP side and look at their update, these cosmetics look exactly the same, except that we have blue versions and they've got like a green version of this. But this is still free cosmetics. And on top of that, we're also getting, we plan to give a white wave cheering uniform. But right here, we want to update that. We will give you 110 free draws in the form of 10 tickets for 11-time draws. So we're getting pretty much 10 draws. That 10 draws give you 11. So, you know, when you pull 30 gems, it says 11 pieces, so 11 times. So 110 free draws, 11-time draws. So that's pretty freaking cool, man. That is a lot. That is huge right there. That's about close to 300 gems, if I'm not mistaken. That should be the math. So not only are we getting free cosmetics, except for Escanor, because he's too good for that. That would literally make perfect 5. Yeah, anyways. So, we're getting all these cosmetics for free. Merlin, King, I'm looking very forward to. My bond being upgraded. Gother, you know what I mean? That's really freaking cool. A lot of cool stuff here. That's a lot of free draws right there. Is kind of the way I guess they're going to clean it up. The one thing I want to say, though, I feel like this was all planned already. And obviously it was a celebration. They have this in all the data, you know what I mean? So this isn't really, we're going to do this because we screwed up. I think they were planning to do this anyways. I don't have concrete proof of that. No one does. This is all speculations, but really I feel like this was planned anyways. So this isn't really their way of apologizing, but this is their way of moving forward. And again, I'm okay as long as forward is the way it's supposed to be. The expectations are a little bit more than that, and that's all we can really ask for, and we'll be fine from that point on. So that's the first thing they're going to do. They're going to be giving out those cosmetics and those free draws. That is really, really nice. You're at least going to get like at least maybe 2, 3, depending on how lucky you are, SSRs. And it's not as much as a 6 out of 6 Lilia, but it can turn out pretty good depending what banner they do. So, next up, we got improved ease of use. Many Knights have pointed out the game's inconvenient system and difficulty of upgrading equipment. So, from this point on, we're getting quality of life. Now, again, there is no announcement date. This isn't going to happen on the 100 days, maybe. It isn't going to happen the next week, maybe not even the next month, maybe a couple months. We don't know. This is just the future of what they have planned to show them that they want to keep up and they want to give better quality of life and they want to give a better experience. So, what they're going to be doing is these auto clear tickets, and JP kind of just got this not too long ago, so this is really, really early to show this. So if they come with this in like the 100-day celebration, that's super early. Super, super early. But these things are kind of cool. So basically what these are, they're like auto clear ticket updates, which you're going to have a patrol system. You're going to send out units, dispatch them. They're going to come back with these skip tickets. And these skip tickets can be used to skip, it shows it right here. Allows knights to clear boss battles, free stages, and Fort Solgra's battles instantly by using an auto clear ticket and stamina recovery potions. Our expectation is that the tickets will significantly cut down on repetition. So, the one issue about the game is that you're constantly farming, and I know auto battle in this game is far better than any gacha game I've played. You can literally push like, I want to do this a million times. As long as you got the energy pots for it, you can put it to the side and let it farm all day. Inventory's gonna get full, that's a different story. But that's really, really good for a gacha game that you know is going to be farming. So they want to make that even more easier by adding this to this game, and it does. It really, really does. I've seen it on JP. So Patrol Knights assign heroes to various missions, reward auto clear tickets, upgrade materials, and equipment. So you're going to get a lot of good stuff out of this to help you with the increase, especially as a newer player. This is really going to do good. So that's coming up. I'm looking forward to that big time. Next up, we got this really cool thing. So I was about to drop like a bunch of gold to get more anvils, more blue awakening stones, because I'm really close to finishing maxing out my entire set. If you guys haven't seen, I posted my free-to-play 161 KCC combat class video not too long ago where I just upgraded everything, and I'm around the same corner to do it again. And I wanted a couple more blue awakening stones, and I'm so close to doing it. I'm glad I'm waiting. I don't know how far this is. This is gonna be, like, again, it could probably be a month away, but this is really cool. So essentially what's going to happen, I'm not going to read all this to you, but it's auto salvage. So this auto salvage setting is that you put in how many things you want to use, keys. So you know, sometimes you get that bundle of 10 keys you can use for the draw. You can use keys or you can use gold. You put on how much gold you want to spend. And then over here, what you do is choose what you want auto salvage. So what you do is turn on like rare gear, uncommon and common. I forget if there's uncommon and common in these draws. But if there is, what you do is mark rare, uncommon, and common. And it's going to cycle and pull all this for you. So you don't have to sit there, push skip, okay, pull, skip, okay. You know, this does it automatically. And when your inventory gets full, you have to stop, go salvage, come back. In this case, you can just say salvage all the rare gear and below and walk away. And then it's going to spend how much gold you want. And whatever hits first, the gold or your inventory, it will stop. So you don't have to sit there and watch that. And they also talk about speeding up the animations of equipment upgrading, the draw, and re-rolling stats. So this is a huge quality of life. So the only thing we're missing here is +1 in gear. There's no way to say +1 all the gear in my inventory or all the gold pieces or all the rare pieces. We still have to do that manually. So that's a big thing. Regardless, this is still huge. This is really good, and I'm glad I waited not to spend my gold yet. So this I'm looking forward to. This auto salvage while doing equipment draw is really, really cool to see. Now, they have new content coming out, was obviously this Chapter 9 update. So again, this is already planned. This is just them trying to be like, here you go, here's the future. Hopefully it looks promising. So Chapter 9 update, you know, all that good stuff coming out, what you expect from a chapter, free gems, characters, etc., etc. Now, this is the scary part because this is the guild boss being changed. So they want to, you know, freshen up the game, but also making it a little bit of annoying. From what I've heard, this boss is kind of sucks compared to the boss we have right now, especially if you guys just got into a comfort zone where you're finally getting your anvils, your, what is it, 1,200 points to get all the resources, the pendants. So we're going to get a new boss. He's definitely different. It's definitely different. So it's something refreshing to see, but at the same time, we only have our normal and hard. We haven't got the extreme guild boss yet, but at the same time, I'm kind of excited for something different because I literally go in, I pop my team in, pop, and walk out. You know what I mean? There's no excitement there. So to switch it up is nice, but hopefully they don't switch it up anytime soon. Again, this is future content. It could be literally 6 months away, or maybe a couple months away, or 2 weeks away. We don't know yet. But this is going to be changing the guild boss. So many knights have joined the knighthoods and have been participating. We are currently preparing a new knighthood boss battle in order to keep things fresh. So yeah, look forward to that. Now, a couple things down here, which is kind of cool, is that they're going to be doing social media sync function. So what this is going to be is that in the tavern, you're going to be able to log into this, see the videos, see more of the forums, because right now, honestly, when it comes to their notices, I don't like it compared to the games I play. I played Operamia, I played Union Cross, Kingdom Hearts, and their notices are very, very organized. You log in, and there's literally a notice tab you can pick in the game after you already jumped into the game. And it's very organized by date. You can click on to expand. It has all the pictures, very clean and easy to read. Where this, it's been kind of weird. You have to go to their forum. You got to click through all those tabs, and it's a little bit different, like kind of like this. You have to click on news and go through all these different tabs. You know what I mean? So this is like, it has organization, but not as much as the other gacha games. So hopefully that kind of cleans it up. I'm not too sure about this, but at least it is accessible inside the tavern, as you can see from the back. Now, that's just something small. Probably would be more beneficial for people who actually cover the game. Maybe yourself, it would be easier to find the information. Like, did you know there was dev notes? Probably not, right? So we got that coming up. Now, feature update. Little hint over here. If you guys can see, you've got Elizabeth costume coming out, which is pretty cool. I don't know what this was in JP. I think it was either free, a login bonus, or if you did it like the step up banner. It's one or the other, but it's a really cool cosmetic for Elizabeth. But future update direction, as mentioned above, the development team will continue to plan various events to prevent knights from getting fatigued by repetitive gameplay. And this is very important for gacha games. I adored the gacha games I play, but doing the same thing over and over and over and over again, especially farming, kind of burns you out very quickly. In this game, not as much, because again, I can auto farm on the side and it's perfectly fine. But it's always nice to see something different, something to help with that, something to make it quicker. Personally, right now, I don't even log in to do my raid bosses. I don't summon them. I summon like one, or I join one for my daily, because I'm kind of comfortable with how many I have right now and all that good stuff, and just because it takes so much time to do all of it. So they're not really talking about that, but that's just like kind of things I think about when I play the game. Some things to me are less valuable, but they are valuable because I have to do them for future stuff like the dungeons, the cavern, the training caves. So anyways, that's nice to see that they're going to try to take that repetitiveness away, at least from certain areas. These events, such as a spin event, which will help your heroes become stronger, will be provided consistently in the future. We also have a big event coming up to thank all the knights for supporting the game, so please stay tuned. So, big celebration. Look at that Escanor arm. Alright, so now this is where it comes into kind of like where every game, when something goes bad, they like to throw a couple gems in there. This is enough for your 11 pull, your 10 pull plus 1. So we haven't had a chance to properly introduce ourselves because we've been frantically preparing for new updates since launch. We will do our best to drop by more often to say hello through these dev notes. So there's gonna be more dev notes. Really good, really freaking good. Lastly, as a show of gratitude for your love and support of the game, we plan to send out 5 diamonds a day over the course of 6 days. And a little fine print here, the diamonds will be stored for 24 hours. So once this happens, next day they'll be gone. Make sure to collect them every single day. So you have to log in, you have to collect them at that 7 p.m. mark until the next mark. So keep that in mind. This one says 12 p.m. after. They kind of changed it up to screw you over. No, I'm just kidding. So 30 gems. Now, I don't think this is what they say it is. This is more of like, look at all this future content, look at these free pulls, these free cosmetics, and then here's a couple of gems on top of it. It's an apology. Is it good enough of an apology for what happened? Not really, but like I said, I'm looking forward to the bright future. Stuff like this happens all the time. This is kind of the game devs seeing how far they can get away with stuff, and I'm really proud of everyone for coming together, all the content creators, everyone who plays the game, not just the content creators, but everybody who plays the game on the forums, talking. The whole point is that the entire community came together, and we made a difference. You know what I mean? Sorry, I was talking way too long, way too without a drink. So this is really good to see, and really concerning a little bit, not too much. This is like, it's not the greatest, but hey, in the end, when it comes to just the regular player base and anyone who plays the game, it's free stuff on top of everything. Probably all of this was planned already, but at least there's communication, and I really like that. So I'm looking forward to the future. I'm looking forward to more quality of life updates, early access to things that JP are just getting. Operamia, the game I play, Final Fantasy Dissidia, they do that constantly as well too. We've got quality of life updates that JP didn't have before they got it, and then they got it afterwards, months later. And I think there was like even something that they didn't get for a while. So it seems like this game might do the same thing. You know what I mean? There's already some things that are like different than what JP had at that point in time. So I'm looking forward to all this. As much as I am a little left in like, why didn't you really talk about Green Lilia? Maybe you could have just explained it a little bit more, but you know what? The bright future has me kind of hoping that everything's going to be okay. And if it ever doesn't go, we got each other. The community will take care of everything, and we'll try our best to make sure the devs know that we care about the game, and we're not just trying to throw hate. We just want to enjoy the game for what it is and what it's supposed to be, and maybe just a little bit better. Keep the player base happy, game stays alive, you guys make money, it's a win-win. You know what I mean? So, that's pretty much it for everything. If you guys did enjoy the video, don't forget to hit the like button, and as always, thank you so much for watching, keep on smiling, and I'll smell you later.